We are here in Cranston, Rhode Island for Week 5 action here in the New England Football League as the lone undefeated team remaining, the Rhode Island Riptide, take on the Worcester Wildcats. We welcome you to the New England Football League right here in the New England Broadcast Network, everybody. I'm Stephen Erner. The Riptide are the only undefeated team left here at 4-0 after the Glens Falls Green Jackets fell to the Middleborough Cobras last week in Middleborough, Massachusetts, 7-6. Meanwhile, the Worcester Wildcats have been an up-and-down team all season long. After winning their first game out in Middleborough against those same Cobras, they've dropped 2 in a row, a 19-14 loss against the Glens Falls Green Jackets, and a 25-18 loss against the Mass Warriors. Last week, however, they they shut out the two-time defending North Atlantic Division champion, Western Mass Blitzen Bears, 56-0. So we're hoping for a great game here today as the Rhode Island Riptide look to go to 5-0, while the Worcester Wildcats look to end that win streak for the Riptide and hand them their first loss of the season. Kickoff from Cranston, Rhode Island is coming up right now. At long last, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready for kickoff. The Riptide won the toss. They deferred to the second half, so we're underway here from Cranston, Rhode Island. It's the Riptide 4-0 and the undefeated Worcester 2-2 Worcester Wildcats, I say. It's this one's taken by number 20. You'll get your name here in a moment. And number 20 to the 10, still going to the 20, past the 25, and not knocked out of bounds about the 28-yard line. Number 22, if we have a name here for him, it will be the Worcester Wildcats didn't have a full roster available for us. I'll be able to whistle here. We'll zoom in. So, yeah, as we always do here on the New England Broadcast Network, you get you the best possible view here. Broadcasting this football game. My name is Stephen Erner, by the way. If you have not watched the games through the first few weeks of the NFL season, welcome in. Once again, I'll check for number 22. Let's see if we have a name. We do not have a 22. But anyway, surprise here. Very big surprise. Number 7, Alexander Givens-Perry is here with the Wildcats. Their star running back, who said he would not play this week, he has shown up, and he is fully uniformed, and he's there. And the Wildcats, the ball's back at the 5-yard line, so there must have been a penalty or something against the Wildcats on the kickoff because they have the ball. They're starting with the ball at their own 5-yard line, they're led by quarterback Tim Bushy, by the way. So Tim Bushy last year, I was the play-by-play broadcaster for the Worcester Wildcats. They went to the postseason as the number 3 seed. And fell to the Southern Vermont Storm in the semifinals out in Bennington, Vermont. So here we go. First down, their ball is at the 5-yard line. We'll get to a little more about this team here in a little bit. We'll get to both teams here in a little bit. But first, we have the first play of the game. Bushy in the shotgun. And a handoff. Here's Perry taking the handoff, and he is wrapped up after just a couple of yards. So again, the Worcester Wildcats, I was the broadcaster with them in 2022 before. Reached an agreement for the New England Broadcast Network to be the official broadcast partner of the New England Football League. And we saw players like Tim Bushy last season out in Worcester covering that season. Obviously, we saw Givens-Perry, their first game against the Hartford Colts. We had no idea who he was. We just knew he was number 7. But he broke onto the scene in that game. He had 3 rushing touchdowns and a 40-6 victory over the Hartford Colts. That was July 23rd, 2022. Givens-Perry wound up dominating the league on the ground. Can't say much about what he's done this year because the Wildcats are 2-2. They've lost 2 of their last 3 games after a big opening win out in Middleborough. Second down at about 8. Your ball's at about the 7-yard line. Bushy getting the shotgun. And a pitch out here. Looks like number 20. There he is. And tripped up. What a play there by number 25. Let's get you a name. Number 25 for the Rhode Island Riptide is Ryan Pierce. A nice play there for Pierce. And that's a big loss for the Wildcats. They're going backwards here on this first drive. It is now 3rd and a minivan. So once again, the Worcester Wildcats, we talked about in the intro, won their opening game in Middleborough against the Cobras team. That everybody thinks, they're obviously a playoff team at this point, it looks like. But it is a very tough North Atlantic Division conference. And therefore, we don't know if they could be the 4 seed, the 1 seed, who knows. As of right now, the 1 seed has yet to be determined as later today up in... And I just thought this name was a Maple Leaf name. It is Schuylersville, New York. The Glens Falls Green Jackets and Mass Warriors will face off for first place in the division. 3rd down and a minivan. Bushy in his own end zone. Pumps, throws to the sideline. Has a man. It's intercepted. Anthony Durante breaking off a tackle, and Anthony Durante into the end zone. Let's get the call. It is a touchdown. And what a play for the Riptide to start this one. Anthony Durante has his third interception of the year, his second pick six. And just like that, it's 6-0 Rhode Island. Anthony Durante had a pick 2 weeks ago when we were here against the Connecticut Reapers. He had a pick six in their team's game last week. And now here he is again, his second pick six in the last 2 weeks. And he's looking up at the camera. I hope he knows we got that one. That's a highlight for the first highlight of the game here on the New England Broadcast Network. 6-0 Rhode Island after an interception thrown by Tim Bushy on third down and a minivan. And I love saying that. And now we have the kicker. We're the Riptide, number 66, coming on. I don't know if we have his name. We do not. He had a pick six himself. Or he picked up a fumble at the 2-minute warning in that week 3 game against the Reapers. And a 28-12 victory for the Riptide. For to 3-0. And now he comes back on for the extra point. After the interception by Durante. Had a feeling it would be calling Durante's name today. And there you go, right out the gate. Low snap, kick is up, kick is good. Anthony Durante, his second consecutive week with a pick six, his third pick of the year. It's 6-0 Riptide. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on New England Broadcast Network. There's the man, the myth, the legend. I knew we were going to talk about him at some point today. There is number 7. That is Anthony Durante. His second consecutive game with a pick six. And the Riptide have an early 7-0 lead over the Worcester Wildcats. Well, I figured we might be talking, once I saw Alexander Perry was going to be here today, I figured we might be talking a lot about him, that number 7. But the first number 7 we're talking about here today is Anthony Durante. He has a pick six as the Riptide leaves 7-0 over the Wildcats. Here's number 88, Michael Morrison, and he goes down immediately at about the 25-yard lines. I'm sorry about the window, folks. We try to avoid that window, and all these windows here up here in the broadcast booth at Cranston Stadium in Cranston, Rhode Island, just outside of Providence, as we look to get you the best possible view we can, not including the windows. Keep the windows closed so we have the best possible view. We had one highlight 2 weeks ago when Jalen Valentine scored his first touchdown of the game. We got a piece of the window that was open on the side of the scoreboard keepers. Well, here come the Wildcats anyway. Here come the Wildcats for their second drive. Looking to bounce back after Bushy threw a pick six to Anthony Durante for the touchdown. On the first way, you see Anthony Durante there on the right of your screen. Ball is officially at the 27-yard line. That's about where they started the first drive, or should have started the first drive. Then you had that penalty that backed them all the way up to their own 5-yard line. First down, Worcester. Ball is at the 27. And Bushy hands off to Gibbs Perry. Henry finds a nice hole up to the inside the 30, down to about the 33-yard line. That's a gain of 6. Worcester, I mentioned this earlier on. Mentioned again. Worcester opened up their season with a victory, 15-14 over the storied franchise that is the Middleborough Cobras. We saw them last week as they upset the Glens Falls Green Jackets 7-6. They lost 2 in a row, including a 5-point loss to the Green Jackets in Worcester and a 8-point loss to the Warriors out in Wayland. Warriors and Wildcats face off August 19th in Worcester. Second down for the Wildcats. But she fakes, throws, short, pass is caught. And then this number 4 is Tim O'Neill with the grab. It's for a new player. Tim O'Neill down the sideline, close to midfield. He goes out of bounds just before he gets to midfield. Inside the 45. So a nice first nice pass there on this drive for Tim Bushy. Bouncing back already. After throwing the pick six to Durante. On just the third play from scrimmage for the Wildcat offense. So I was mentioning, when we started this, I was going to mention, all these players I remember from last year covering the Wildcats. Tim Bushy, Alexander Gibbs Perry, Yanni Politis, I believe he's a tight end. He is listed as a tight end. Yes, he is. He was a great tight end last year. And then you have the defense for the Wildcats. Michael Supanar Jr., his brother, Ryan Supanar, are also back for the Wildcats, as well as number 26 defensive lineman Al Price, who had a big fumble in a big game against the Western Mass Blitz Bears last year. Third down for the Wildcats. Ball at the 45-yard line. We're going to zoom in here. Pushing hands off to Perry. Perry is stuffed by a frenzy of... And there he is again. Anthony Durante, also number 44, Jared Kaczynski. Mentioned Kaczynski has 2 or 3 brothers on this team. A full family here for Rhode Island, and it is. Let's check the marker. It's only second down. I thought it was fourth down. I thought that was a fourth down play, but apparently not. What do I know? Anyway, all right, so it's second down. Ball's at the 41. Also going to mention that the Wildcats are missing a lot of players from 2022, including receivers Festus Connors Jr. and Manuel Rosario was a big piece of that Wildcat passing game last year. Second down here. Bushy fakes, throws, and it is caught by Morrison. Morrison's first catch here for the Wildcats, and he is wrapped up by number 44. There's Kaczynski again, his second tackle here. First one was kind of assisted by Durante. We're going to zoom out just a little bit. There we go. And now it is going to be third down for the Wildcats, who trail 7-0 after Anthony Durante had a pick six on the third play from scrimmage for the Wildcat offense. Obviously not the way the Wildcats were looking to start this game, but they look to bounce back. Meanwhile, Rhode Island, of course, they were looking for something like that, especially from one of their top defensive guys, Anthony Durante. Zoom out a little more. The best possible view we can. We're going to zoom back in a little more. It's the best possible view we can, as we have everybody now in our camera, including Durante there in the backfield. On this third down for the Wildcats. Ball is at about the 47-yard line. Third down. But she fakes again. Throws short. Pass caught by Morrison again. Morrison breaking away. Morrison has a first down for the Wildcats and more down to the 40-yard line. And a flag's coming out. This one, it might be coming back, but let's see. See number 74. He is a little frustrated. Now we have a Wildcat down. After saying now off camera, there's Kaczynski saying this one's coming back, but now we have a Wildcat down. So, nope, never mind. We were going to take a break. But we won't. Morrison gets back up. He's okay. And I'll make the Neil Everett joke, as I always will, because I love Neil Everett as a Sports Center anchor. And I'm sad he's gone from ESPN after 23 years. Michael Morrison watches a lot of Worcester Whalers hockey. That's all it is. So we're glad to see him up on his feet. Look, for a second there, we didn't know what was going to happen. But now we have now the marker still reached third down. It's actually first down for the Wildcats. Oh, actually the penalty. That's right, that's why. Okay, so it is third down and long once again. Another long third down here for the Wildcats. The last time they had a long third down, you already know what happened. And they're still backing up there. Ball is back at the 41-yard line. Of the way the Wildcats own 41-yard line, that looks like it might have been not just a 10-yard penalty, but even maybe a 15-yard penalty. It's going to be third down and long. 7-0 Riptide. We're here in the first quarter. We have nobody working the clock for this week. So we go with the rest of it. And now, look like a stoppage of play, especially coming back into the huddle. We have a chance of a thunderstorm here today in Cranston. It was supposed to be starting in the late morning, but it is not yet. We are hoping that there is no thunderstorm because we would hate to have this game delayed at any point here tonight. We do have clouds forming in the sky, but it doesn't look like enough to delay this game at any point. Third down for the Wildcats. Bushy pumps, throws up top, has a man wide open. It is caught. And there's number 44. There's a guy I thought we were going to talk about a lot today. That is Jared Selig. We thought Alexander Givens-Perry was going to be out today with an injury. He was going to miss another game. We thought Jared Selig was going to come in and step up and be the man here for the Wildcats. And now there he is. He has a first catch and a big for another. And now it is again a first down for the Wildcats. They're back inside Riptide territory. So a nice play there from Bushy. He had plenty of time, by the way. So credit to the offensive line as well. He had plenty of time to throw the football. He found a wide open Selig. It's Nicholas Selig, not Jared Selig. I apologize. Nicholas Selig for the first down for the Wildcats. They are now at the Riptide 44-yard line. Down 7-0 against the Riptide. First down for Worcester. And the handoff here to Perry. Perry bringing out to the left. Finds a hole. Breaks away from tackles and finally dragged out of bounds inside the 35 to about the 33. And if my calculations are correct, ladies and gentlemen, that is another Worcester Wildcats first down. And there it is. You see the ref there in the middle of your screen. Well, you might see it. Signifying that is another Wildcat first down. So after a subpar drive to start this game, Worcester is now moving down the field against this Rhode Island defense, who has dominated opponents, including last week. We'll talk more about last week in a little bit. But we'll mention here that the Riptide did have a 20-0 victory last week over the Vermont Ravens. So while the Riptide are the remaining undefeated team left in the NFL, the Vermont Ravens are the lone winless team. Oh, that's not true. Vermont, along with the Connecticut Reapers, are also winless this season. First down, Worcester. Ball is at the, it's about the 32-yard line. But she fakes. Pressure down. He's going to roll out to his right. Looking for a guy. Throws it deep down the sideline. Has his man. It is caught. And a nice grab there. There is Tim O'Neill once again down inside the 5. First down, Worcester. We haven't seen a drive like this since that game against the Reapers, in which they scored first in this game. They led 7-0 in that game, and then they went down. Riptide's offense went on a 21-0 scoring run. So far, the Riptide leads 7-0. Ryan Pierce coming off the field. It's first and goal. Ball is at the 4-yard line. Okay, we don't know how much time we have left in the first quarter. We are following the referees to let us know how much time is left in the first quarter. This guy's looking to clear up a little more, so that's a good sign. You obviously can't see it on camera. But we have clear skies and pizza pies here in Cranston, Rhode Island. Rhode Island Riptide lead the Worcester Wildcats 7-0. First down goal from the 4-yard line for the Wildcats. Bushy again in the shotgun. Oxenden gives Perry the fake. Oh, Bushy's going to run. And down he goes about the 2-yard line. Tackled there by number 54. Let's find out his name. We have Jesse Pagliarini. I butchered this name last week. We had the guy running the scoreboard. His name was Mark. He let me know how to say that last name. I do not remember. I should have watched the film from 2 weeks ago to know how to say Jesse Pagliarini's last name. And I probably am butchering it once again. I do apologize to I do apologize to Jesse. Let's leave it at that. I'll get it right eventually. Second down goal. Ball's actually at the 1-yard line here for the Wildcats. Here we go. Second down and goal. We're going to zoom out a little bit. See here, Pallady's coming in motion. Hand off to Perry. Perry into the end zone for the touchdown. And there he is, the man, the myth, the legend. His first touchdown of the day for the Wildcats, and we are at a 7-6 game here in the first quarter. Couldn't say that until last week in the fourth quarter when the Middleborough Cobras took the lead with 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. So far, a lot more offense here this week than we saw last week out in Middleborough. And now the Wildcats look like they're going for 2. They did this a lot last season as well. They're going for 2 to take the lead here over the lone undefeated team left here in the NFL. So we'll see what they do here. There we go. 2-point conversion for the Wildcats to take the lead. Bushy fakes, throws, pumps, and down he goes. A frenzy of sharks. Looks like Ryan Pierce led the way. And either way, the 2-point try is no good. It is 7-6. Rhode Island Riptide lead the Worcester Wildcats. We'll be right back here watching the New England Football League right here on the New England Broadcast Network. The Rhode Island Riptide lead the Worcester Wildcats 7-6 here after the Wildcats scored on their second drive. And their kicker is number 25. That is Malone John Charles. We'll talk about him in just a moment. As the kickoff is taken by the Riptide, number 5 takes it from the 15-yard line. We'll get your name here in a moment. Still going past the 30, 35, down. Really rolled around near the 40-yard line. That is number 5 for the Riptide. That is Jalen Valentine, who had 2 touchdowns in that game 2 weeks ago against the Connecticut Reapers. We zoom in now, get you the best possible angle we can. And for the first time today, we will see that high-powered Rhode Island offense come out led by number 3, Luis Gonzalez. And his, again, we mentioned a minute ago, number 5, Jalen Valentine, who had 2 touchdowns 2 weeks ago in their win over the Connecticut Reapers. So it's a game of 7 so far. Obviously, number 7 for the Riptide, Anthony Durante intercepted a Tim Bushy pass on a 3rd down, returned it all the way for the touchdown, and then Givens Perry from 1 yard out on the Wildcats' second drive. It's 7-6. Rhode Island Riptide lead the Worcester Wildcats. Here on the New England Football League on New England Broadcast Network, I'm Stephen Err, broadcasting this game here from Cranston, Rhode Island, first down, Riptide. A high snap. Gonzalez fakes, pumps, going up top out the middle, has a man. Here it is. Caught, and on one play, touchdown, Rhode Island. What a play there for Luis Gonzalez, finding number 14. That is Walker, Tim Walker with the touchdown. And not just like that, it's 13-6, Rhode Island. Wow. One play, one touchdown, just like that. And as we mentioned, a high-powered Riptide offense. Yes, score just like that. And now number 66 once again to come off for the extra point. It is now 13-6. And you saw number 20 there for the Wildcats. He was just beating coverage. For a second there, you thought maybe he can get a hand on it, but a perfect pass there by Gonzalez into the arms of Tim Walker, who takes it to the end zone for the touchdown on the one play. Absolutely incredible. And now number 66 on for the extra point. And the kick is blocked. So it is no good. And now a flag. So hold on a second, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to zoom out just a little bit. Not too much. There we go. There's a flag now. We might send an offside against Worcester. Number 20. You don't see him on... You might see him on camera. I can see him from where I am in the booth. But he is like, oh, come on, man. He looks like the penalty would be on him. So... Either way, it looks like it's on Worcester. So once again, the Rhode Island's going to kick this extra point. Or attempt to anyway. They 13-6 here in the first quarter. Here on the New England Football League, on the New England Broadcast Network. I'm Stephen Err. We are here at Cranston Stadium in Cranston, Rhode Island, just outside of Providence. We will be here also on August 12th. As of, it might be an even bigger game than this one. Riptide and the Warriors. But for now, extra point. Kicks up, kick is good. 14-6, the Riptide lead after one play, one touchdown drive from Luis Gonzalez to Tim Walker. We'll be right back. You're watching the NFL right here on NDBN. 14-6, now your score. The Rhode Island Riptide lead the Worcester Wildcats here in a crossover game in the New England Football League right here on the New England Broadcast Network. I'm Stephen Err, calling this game from Cranston Stadium, Cranston, Rhode Island, right outside of Providence, Rhode Island. And everybody watching this asking, why didn't he go to the game of the week out in New York against the Green Jackets and the Warriors? Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, I don't drive. And Schleyersville, New York, is 156 miles away from where I live, in Worcester. And then a whistle. That's the end of the first quarter. 14-6, the Rhode Island Riptide lead the Worcester Wildcats. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on the New England Broadcast Network. Start of the second quarter, everybody. The Rhode Island Riptide, the lone undefeated team left in the NFL, lead the Worcester Wildcats 14-6. First down, Worcester, and handoff here to Givens Perry. Alexander Givens Perry breaking up the middle, down into about the 29-yard line. Once again, we thought what Givens Perry was talking about, the Riptide, they're lucky. I'm not going to be there Saturday. And all of a sudden, here he comes. I saw him coming in through the bleachers, going towards the bathroom, which is below our camera, and I was like, he's really here. I was surprised, because he had told everybody he wasn't going to be here. So, obviously, the Wildcats are glad to have him. He scored the first touchdown for the Wildcats on the second drive. And just moments ago, one play touchdown drive. Luis Gonzalez finds Tim Walker, who beat his safety for the touchdown. But now at a second now for the Wildcats. Ball is at the 29-yard line. And Bushy fakes, throws short, pass caught. There's number 2. It is Anthony Baxter, who flips over going out of bounds. What a play there. What a hit there. And he gets to the 40 and should be more than enough for a Wildcat first down. So Anthony Baxter finding his way for the first down. I didn't get the best angle I wanted for that touchdown from Gonzalez to Walker, but it was pretty good. I have to do better next time, knuckleheads, that's all. Still a highlight going up on our highlight reel. Be sure you follow the New England Broadcast Network on Facebook, NEBN, on Twitter, NEBN14, on Instagram, N_E_B_N_. So it is first down for the Wildcats. Ball is at the 38. Bushy hands off again to Givens Perry. Perry pushing past the piles. dragging a couple defenders down to about the 44. So that's about a gain of 5 or 6. So we talk about it. Week number 4 was the week of the shutouts. And that's the best way I can explain it, really. The Wildcats shut out the Western Mass Blitzen Bears 56-0. The Riptide shut out the Vermont Ravens 20-0 out in Burlington, Vermont. And the final one, the Mass Warriors shut out the Connecticut Reapers 50-0. So it was the week of the shutouts last week, and week number 4, and then of course our game up in Middleborough, Massachusetts. We had the Middleborough Cobras defeat the Glens Falls Green Jackets 7-6 in a very defensive battle. That ended in a shutout after 3 quarters. Handoff here, first down, that's a fake. Bushy to Baxter again. This time nobody is fooled. Pushed back. Maybe a 5-yard gain. Number 55 leading the way there for the Riptide. Let's get you a name here. Yeah, there he is. Vincent Cesare with the grab there. Bringing Baxter down immediately after he caught the pass. About a 5-yard gain. So it will be third down. It's going to be third and short, though, for the Wildcats. It's 14-6. The Rhode Island Riptide lead the Worcester Wildcats. Again, for those wondering why we did not go to New York this week, New York is 150 miles away, and I do not drive. However, we have things in the works where we will be, if the AA Championship game, or the North Atlantic Division Championship, is held in New York, New England Broadcast Network will be there. I can assure you that. Third down for the Wildcats. Bushy hands off to Perry. Perry breaking tackles. Barry's going to have a first down and more. Gibbons Perry breaking away. And there he goes. We're going to zoom in here. Alexander Gibbons Perry spinning, still going. Down inside the 30. What a run for one of the best running backs in the league. Alexander Gibbons Perry taking everybody and his mother with him. A huge gain, and it is a first down for Worcester. What a run there for Gibbons Perry. Wow. And we talk about this is a game of 7s. There you go, see number 7, Anthony Durante, stepping off the field for a moment. This is a game of 7s. Durante had the pick 6. Gibbons Perry had the touchdown, and now he has this big run. He headed the ball to the Riptide 26-yard line. Let's see what the Riptide offense can do here. Not the defense, pardon me. Now let's see what the Wildcat offense can do. The first down ball is at the 26-yard line for the Wildcats. Bushy hands off. There's number 33. I think that's the number. We'll get you. Oh, it's number 35. Excuse me. Let's get you a name here. If we have one. For the number 35 for the Wildcats, and we do not. So, like I said, we didn't get a full roster. We have a pretty big roster for the Wildcats on both sides of the ball. We did not get everybody. We do not have number 35 listed. So we do apologize to everybody, including number 35, if he sees this. Which I hope he does. I hope you all do as well. We had almost 3,000 people watch our game last week. That was a classic game between the Cobras and the Green Jackets. We're hoping for it. But so far, so good. It's been a very exciting one here today in Cranston, Rhode Island. It's 14-6. We had some explosive plays on offense and a pick 6, so some defense as well. It is second down. Again, ball still to 26, so no gain on that first play. And now a whistle. And the Riptide called timeout. We'll take it with them. Grab a drink. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on the New England Broadcast Network. Well, we were wondering when that thunderstorm was going to happen, and now the rain has started to come down here in Cranston. So we're hoping the thunder and lightning stay away because these players will play in the rain. But for now, we have second down for the Wildcats. Hand off to number 35 again. He has a big hole up the middle, and the hole is quickly brought in by Szynski, number 44. Again, rain has started to fall here in Cranston. We're just hoping that there's no thunder and lightning that will cause a weather delay here, or even postpone this game at any point. A whistle, and the ref's raising his arms or something ridiculous has happened. Not exactly sure. Nothing really ridiculous happened up here. It's raining. That's football weather for you. And we're just hoping that the skies remain clear as of right now. This is just a shower. And it will subside before the end of this game. That we know of. It's only supposed to last about an hour. So we're hoping to finish this game. Hopefully no thunder or lightning. So first down, Worcester. After that run by number 35, handoff here to Selly, who's wrapped up immediately by number 22. What a play there. That is Tony Pereira, who had a nice game against the Reapers 2 weeks ago when we were here. Wrapping up Selly almost immediately after taking the handoff. We're going to zoom in. We're near the goal line there, so we can zoom in just a little bit. We second down. Now, obviously, you might not be able to see the rain. And hopefully it's not like when we had our debut back in April. When we were out in West Haven as the Connecticut Falcons took on the Seacoast Warhawks, and rain just slammed against the window in the broadcast booth, and we weren't able to see anything. We're hoping that's not the case here in Cranston, but time will tell, so we'll see. So much, just a little bit here. Again, you are watching the New England Football League here on the New England Broadcast Network. We kick off week number 5 of the 2023 season. I'm Stephen Herr. We are at Cranston Stadium in Cranston, Rhode Island, just outside of Providence. Out on Riptide, lead 14-6, and the Wildcats call timeout. We're going to take one with them. We'll be right back. You're watching the NFL right here on NEBN. Sometimes when you broadcast a game, you get very lucky to be inside of a broadcast booth where you don't get rained on. I've had the fortune of having a few opportunities like that. The unfortunate opportunity of being rained on is the handoff here to Givens. Perry gets to about the 10-yard line on second down, and let's see what they marker now, if it's to be a first down or third, and it is third down here for the Wildcats. The Riptide lead the Wildcats 14-6 here in the second quarter. You're watching the New England Football League right here on the New England Broadcast Network. I'm Stephen Herr. Broadcasting this game, we are at Cranston Stadium in Cranston, Rhode Island, right outside of Providence. Well, on Riptide, the lone undefeated team left in the NFL. Wildcats have lost 2 of their last 3 games, but they picked up a 56-0 win last week at home against the Western Mass Blitzen Bears. We're going to get another win here, get to 3-2. But now a third down for the Wildcats. Morrison motion, Bushy fakes, Bushy pumps, throw short, pass caught by Baxter. Baxter breaking away. Anthony Baxter, and he might. It's going to be close here, I think. But let's find out. And the refs are calling it a fourth down here for the Wildcats. Down 14-6, I believe the Wildcats, they're going to go for it as their offense remains on the field. There's a big test here for Rhode Island's defense. Let's see what they can do. They lead at 14-6 over the Wildcats. It's fourth down, and very short ball is at the 11-yard line. So let's find out what the Rhode Island defense has in them, or if the Wildcat offense can get a first down or even a touchdown. We're going to zoom out here just a little bit. Sorry about the camera, folks. Zoom out. There we go. Fourth down for the Wildcats at the 11-yard line. Bushy hands off to Givens Perry, and he is wrapped up. He is not going anywhere. And once again, leading the way, Tony Pereira. So the Rhode Island defense gets the stop. They get their offense the ball back, and they lead it 14-6 here in the second quarter. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on the New England Broadcast Network. Rain is coming down hard here in Cranston, Rhode Island, but we're again lucky. In fact, I envy those that get to sit out in this rain because it is not just a nice breezy day here in Rhode Island. It is hot and humid. And that's very close. A handoff to Valentine, number 70. Almost tackled him in the end zone. He is down at the 1-yard line, so this is very dangerous territory here for the Riptide, who lead 14-6 over the Worcester Wildcats here in Week 5 of the New England Football League's 2023 season. This is a presentation of the New England Football League here on the New England Broadcast Network. My name is Stephen Herr, broadcasting this game here at Cranston Stadium in Cranston, Rhode Island, just outside of Providence. I am sweating here in the broadcast booth, but I'm glad I'm not out in that rain because my equipment would get ruined. It would be very damn near impossible to call this game. Gonzalez on second now, pumps, throw it up top, has a man, it is caught. What a grab, nice play there. Number 21, here he's again, number 21, Joseph Coucher. He had a nice catch 2 weeks ago, we talked about it. He had a nice catch 2 weeks ago, another deep pass on second down against the Connecticut Reapers. He has one here against the Worcester Wildcats, and it is first down. Ball is at the 25-yard line. Rain coming down, which again, we just hope there's no thunder, no lightning that causes a potential rain delay here today in this game. First down, Riptide. Hand out to Valentine. Valentine right up the middle. Nice hole there. Gets to about the 29-yard line, so maybe 4 yards on that one. By the way, for those wondering, this broadcast will come out after the fact. Tonight's game between the Middleborough Cobras and the Western Mass Blitzen Bears has been postponed. Stay tuned to NEBN or the official NFL Players Forum for updates as they become available. This is the second game of the season that has been postponed. The Vermont Ravens game against the Connecticut Reapers, which is supposed to be a home game for the Reapers, has also been postponed. That game will now be a Vermont Raven home game on September 17th. Gonzalez pumps, chucking it as he's hit. Pass is intercepted. Picked off number 32. Bumping off players. We're still going and finally grabbed by his foot. Brought down at about the 43-yard line. Number 32 with the interception for the Wildcats. Gonzalez was rocked. Alan Britton coming away. The first turnover for this Wildcat defense. So now each team has an interception. And in a 14-6 game, it's getting pretty good. If I do say so myself, we'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on the New England Broadcast Network. Rain continuing to come down here in Cranston, Rhode Island as the Rhode Riptide lead the Worcester Wildcats 14-6. Luis Gonzalez just threw an interception to Alan Britton as he was hit. So the Wildcat offense is back out there down by just 8 here in the second quarter. And Bushy fakes. Throws over the middle. There is number 88, Michael Morrison. The ball came out. They're going to say he was down. So another big gain there for the Wildcats is Michael Morrison with another grab. Ended up another first down for the Wildcats there now in Riptide territory down to the 32-yard line. Apologize for the camera there, folks. 14-6. We're on Riptide. Their defense had made a stop on the last Worcester Wildcat offensive drive. But then Worcester's defense took it right back. Alan Britton intercepting a Luis Gonzalez pass as he was hit and threw it away. First down, Worcester ball at the 32. Which he hands off to Perry. And Perry is wrapped up. And Tony Pereira is having himself a game. That's his third tackle already, and we have a whistle. Worcester calls a timeout. Let's take it with them as the rain continues to come down. You're watching the New England Football League right here on the New England Broadcast Network. Some fans have left the stadium. Some fans are smart enough to bring umbrellas. Some fans are sitting here getting soaking wet because what the hell? It's just rain, right? That's what everybody always likes to say. It's just rain. Not going to kill anybody. Not like we're having a flash flood or anything. Should end in about an hour or so. A little less than an hour at this point. It'll clear very, very soon. And we come back to having a regular game. We can have a regular game right now as the Rhode Riptide lead the Worcester Wildcats 14-6 here in the second quarter. Second down. Bushy rolling out to his right. Pumping, throwing down the sideline. And it is incomplete. Intended for Tim O'Neill. And now a flag. That one's going to be against Durante. He bumped into O'Neill as the pass was in the vicinity. And I agree with the call. Just the bump was enough for the flag to be thrown. And that's going to be a first down for the Wildcats on a interference against Durante, who has a pick six in this game already, his second consecutive pick six. He had one last week in the Riptide's win over the Vermont Ravens as they won 20-0. Now the refs discussing something. They have a flag. The flag is still down on the ground. I wonder if the refs are actually discussing picking that flag up. Or they left the flag on the field. That's different. All right. I wonder why. I don't know. All right. So anyway, let's check the marker. It is first down. So there was a penalty against Durante. That one's going to count. Ball is inside the 20, about the 17-yard line. It's called 17. It looks to be from this angle. And now, looks like a little stoppage of play here. Wait for the whistles so we can resume. Everybody's in position, ready to go here. So, you might not be able to hear it on the broadcast, ladies and gentlemen, but I hear from right here, as we have one slightly open window here in the broadcast, but the rain has subsided already. What did I tell you? I didn't think it was going to be that bad. Bushy pumps, throws, end zone, has a man. It is not to the end zone. It is caught, though. There's O'Neill with the grab. Not a touchdown. It looked like Bushy was going to the end zone. So I do apologize, folks. Get it again. Try to be better next time, knuckleheads. Word to Michael Wilbon. We're going to zoom in just a little bit. as the Wildcats are now inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. It is 1st and goal for the Wildcats. If it weren't for the Green Jackets and the Warriors fighting for first place tonight in the North Atlantic Division Conference, this would be the game of the week, as the Rhode and Riptide are the lone undefeated team left here. They are 4-0. Wildcats have lost 2 of their last 3, but last week, we talked about it earlier, they came off a 56-0 win at home against the Western Mass Blitzen Bears. Here we go, 2nd down, I believe. Let's check the marker. Yeah, 2nd down and goal. Ball is at the 8-yard line. And Bushy fakes. Bushy throws, pass caught. And no signal. Out of bounds at the 1 is Anthony Baxter. Another grab for Baxter. One of the new receivers here for the Wildcats this season. Did not see him last year. And he gets started about the window again, folks. Doing our best here. Gets the ball to the 1-yard line. Now it's 1st and goal. A little confusion with the marker off camera. Trying to follow along. Stick with us, folks, here on the New England Broadcast Network. It's 1st and goal. Ball is at the 1-yard line. The Worcester Wildcats trail the Rhode Island Riptide 14-6. Gibbons Perry back there in the backfield. Bushy in the shotgun. Bushy fakes. Rouse throws. And the pass is caught for the touchdown. Touchdown Worcester. And there he is again. There's Baxter. He has his first touchdown of the day. And we have a 1-point game here in Cranston, Rhode Island. The rain continues to now start to pick up again. And we hope we don't see any thunder or lightning that will delay this game at any point. The Wildcats, once again, now are going to go for 2. They were going for 2 on after their first touchdown to take the lead. They failed on that. They're now a chance here for the Wildcats to tie this game at 14. So we're getting near the end of the first half here. Shout out to the fans that bought umbrellas, that they knew this was going to be a stormy game. And shout out to the ones sitting here in the rain with no umbrellas. You guys are warriors, no pun intended. 2-point try. Bushy hands off to Gibbons Perry, and Perry breaking off tackles, and he is once again stopped. Fumble the football. Ball is on the ground. Riptide recovered. They can return this for 2 points themselves, and now it's fumbled again. Picked up again by the Riptide, and now down near the 40. What a turn of events there. Wow. Gibbons Perry fumbled. It was picked up by the Riptide, who then fumbled. And number 55 picked it up. He got to about the 40. So regardless, the 2-point attempt is no good. It's 14-12. We'll be right back. You're watching the NFL right here on NEBN. The Rhode Riptide lead the Worcester Wildcats 14-12 as we end near the end of the first half here in Cranston, Rhode Island, the New England Football League on the New England Broadcast Network. I'm Steven, broadcasting this game from Cranston Stadium in Cranston, Rhode Island. Is number 2 for the Riptide. Returning this one. See if we have a name here for him. We should. That is Xavier Daxquist. And again, I love the name because he spelled it X like ex-girlfriend. Xavier Vasquez. A very interesting way to spell the name Xavier. Usually most people spell it Xavier. Not this guy. Exsavior. That is so interesting. So I don't know how much longer we have. Again, and we have nobody running the clock. Well, we do know we are nearing the end of the first half. The ball is at the 39-yard line, excuse me. And Riptide offense come back out leading 14-12 on the last drive. Gonzalez threw a pass away as he was hit and was intercepted by Alan Britton. Wildcats just turned that into a touchdown. First down, Riptide. Gonzalez, pressure coming. He's going to roll out and breaks away. Throws, pass caught. Wide open. There's Coucher. Breaking tackles. Still going. Coucher down the sideline. One man to beat it. He goes out of bounds. Inside the 20 near the 15-yard line. What a play there for Joseph Coucher. And the F-bomb. Again, YouTube, please don't kick us off for the F-bomb. But he was pretty upset himself or with somebody that he was not able to score. And that would have been an excellent. Oh, now I see why he's throwing the F-bomb. There is a flag on the field, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. Pop it near your camera now. There is a hold against Rhode Island. Backing him up. So that long play, that very good play there by Joseph Coucher, is taken away. As a hold is called against Rhode Island. Once again, from here inside the broadcast booth, we hear no rain. Rain has subsided once again. You have a kid down here, a green and black umbrella, who is checking to see if there is rain. From what we hear, there is none, and now he's closing his umbrella. So again, so far so good with the storm subsided. So the storm is supposed to go for about an hour by the time this game starts to where it ends. As Gonzalez rolling out, pumps, chucking it down the field, and it is almost intercepted. That would have been the second pick of the day for Gonzalez, number 3, who we do not have a name for. Yes, we do. There's Michael Supiner Jr. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the first half. What a game. What a half. The Rhode Island Riptide lead the Worcester Wildcats 14-12. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on the New England Broadcast Network. And we welcome you back inside our broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Stephen Err. The Rhode Island Riptide lead the Worcester Wildcats 14-12 at halftime. We've seen a plethora of both sides of the football as both offenses have scored a touchdown. And the defense for the Riptide, led by Anthony Durante, have scored a touchdown as well, as he himself had a pick 6 on the third play of the game on a third down, an interception thrown by Tim Bushy. However, Gonzalez has thrown an interception himself as Alan Britton picked him off on a third down. And both teams have also done some well on special teams. The Wildcats blocked an extra point, but was later called back to the penalty. And obviously Riptide have done something else on special teams as well. So 14-12 is your score here at halftime. Rhode Island Riptide are the only undefeated team left here in the NFL to look to go to 5-0 with the win here today. And the Worcester Wildcats staying close, still looking to pull on an upset here today in Cranston, Rhode Island. Second half coming up right now. Start of the second half, everybody. The Rhode Island Riptide, the only undefeated team left here in the New England Football League, leads the Worcester Wildcats 14-12 here on the New England Football League. On NBN is number 11. There's Pinkerton. Jamal Pinkerton down into midfield. What a return there for the Riptide. Zoom in. And a plethora of highlights like we have seen every week. We've done the NFL and NBN. Plethora of highlights in that first half. Both quarterbacks threw interceptions. Both defenses had interceptions. We just mentioned that 2 seconds ago. Anthony Durante scored the first game, a pick 6 on a third down interception by Tim Bushy. And Alexander Gibbons Perry, who was not even supposed to be, who said he wasn't going to be here today. Well, he's here, and he's scored a touchdown. Wildcats have missed both of their 2-point conversion attempts. And they led trail 14-12. First down, Riptide to start the second half. Handoff here to Jalen Ballantyne, who does not have a touchdown yet today. He had 2 weeks ago against the Connecticut Reapers down the sideline near inside the 30-yard line. And almost for a second there, it looked like we were about to see Ballantyne break away for a touchdown, which would be very ironic because we were just talking about how Jalen Ballantyne has not had a touchdown yet today. He only has a couple carries. We got 2 touchdowns in that game against the Connecticut Reapers, in which Riptide won 28-12. They improved to 2-0 in the season. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we're not breaking the news to you. Justin Pike, the owner of the Middleborough Cobras, to put it out already. The game between the Middleborough Cobras and the Western Mass Blitzen Bears, which was moved from wherever the Blitzen Bears were going to play home games this year, we're still not sure about that, was moved to Battis Field in Middleborough. The game has now been postponed. We do not know what day that game will be played, although we could assume, because the game between the Vermont Ravens and the Connecticut Reapers also has been postponed. That game will be played on September 17th. We could assume the game between the Cobras and the Western Mass Blitzen Bears will also be played on September 17th. We have an extra game this year. And Gonzalez fakes, rolling out, chucking it as he's hit again. This one is incomplete. So close. Ballantyne was there. He just let it bop right out of his arms. If he had held on to that one, it would have been a nice play, but unfortunately, no dice. So we go back over here. It is. The marker reads second down. Should be third down. As I'm holding my hand up, holding three fingers. Of course, nobody could see me up here with the window closed. Now the ref going over, maybe he might be telling him, it's third down, buddy. Nope, he's not. Okay, so we're going to stick with what the refs are saying here. They're saying it's second down. We'll go with second down. Ball at the 48-yard line. 14-12. Riptide lead the Worcester Wildcats. High snap, Gonzalez. Pressure, throws off his back foot, and overshot his man. Intended for number 16, there is Coucher, the other Coucher, Thomas Coucher. I believe it's the first time calling his name. We've called Joseph's name a few times here today. But Thomas Coucher unable to come up with that one. It will be third down. With the Riptide, who are again the lone undefeated team left here in the New England Football League. They are 4-0. We are here at the halfway point of the season, looking to go to 5-0. They control, we talked about this, I believe, last week. They control the Maritime Conference for single A division here in the NFL because they play with teams such as the Reapers, who are also winless, as well as the Ravens, who are winless. And I believe also the New England Bombers are in the division as well. They have one win. I believe they have one win under their belt. They do. They beat the Woodson Bears in week 2, 30-6. Third down for the Riptide. Gonzalez pumps. Now he's looking for Valentine. Valentine has it, but he is met immediately by a pack of Wildcats. Jalen Valentine trying to break away, and now finally brought down by Tim O'Neill. So for the first time today, I believe we're going to see a punt. We did not see a punt by either team in the first half. Obviously, the Wildcats went for it on a fourth down and failed, I believe, twice. And the Riptide, they just didn't have any fourth downs at all. And so, yes, indeed, we're going to zoom out here a little bit. For the first time today, we're seeing a punt. Number 66 comes on to punt for the Riptide. Big stop here for the Worcester defense. Again, looking to pull off an upset here. We'll talk about that when we come back from our break. 14-12 is your score. The Wildcat offense is ready to get this ball back. And back deep for the Wildcats is number 7. That is, once again, the man, the myth, the legend, Alexander gives it Perry. Ooh, almost blocked there by William Fitz. Perry takes it, blows the football. Ball is on the ground. Who has it? No signal yet. Let's see. And it looks like Worcester is on top of it. Number 10 is John Pierre Hance jumping on top of that. So the Worcester Wildcats look to take the lead for the first time today. And when we come back, you're watching the New England Football League right here on the New England Broadcast Network. The last time we saw the Wildcats out in Rhode Island was September 17th, 2022. Worcester Wildcats defeated the Rhode Island Raptors 14-0. And off here to Perry on first down, and he is brought down about the 31-yard line. The Wildcats defeated the Rhode Island Raptors, who were then in the NFL. They're now in the East Coast Football League. 14-0. Tim Bushy threw a touchdown pass to Manuel Rosario, and Michael Seifert scored a touchdown in the shutout victory for the road team. Out at East Providence High School in East Providence, Rhode Island. Another beautiful school. Another beautiful stadium here in the state of Rhode Island. I almost said the city of Rhode Island. The state of Rhode Island. Very beautiful stadiums. Obviously here in Cranston Stadium in Cranston, Rhode Island, just outside of Providence. And last year, again, we were out at East Providence High School in East Providence, Rhode Island. Second down, the sun is shining. The rain is gone. It's a beautiful day for football. The handoff here to Givens Perry again. And a frenzy is sure. Oh, no, there goes Perry breaking away down the sideline. Still going. Finally wrapped up out at the 40-yard line of the Riptide. So a big play, another big run there for Alexander Givens Perry. One of the top running backs in the NFL. Big first down for Worcester. As you hear me back up my chair so I can continue to give you the best pass play angle we can here on camera. Fortunately, the chair is not doable for me when it comes to broadcasting this game. Doing camera work, calling the game, all that. Chair, not very reliable. I have to sort of bend forward, and it's not good for my back. So I'll stand. The ball is officially placed at the 44-yard line. Again, the Rhode Island Riptide lead the Worcester Wildcats 14-12. You are watching the New England Football League here on the New England Broadcast Network. I'm Stephen. I'm broadcasting this game from Cranston Stadium, Rhode Island. First down for the Wildcats. Bushy throws, pass is caught. And there's number 2 again, Anthony Baxter, and immediately brought down by number 4 for the Riptide. So we flipped my paper over here. You might hear that. I have switched it up when writing my rosters. I have one offense and one defense on each side. So I can go drive by drive. Who's on offense, who's on defense. The pass was caught again by Anthony Baxter, who almost scored in that second quarter. Brought down by number 4. Let's see if we have a name for number 4. We should. We do. Angel Santiago. It's going to be second down. Ball is at the 35-yard line. So that was about a gain of about 9, actually. Very close to a first down here for Worcester. Down by just 2 points. We're rolling here in the third quarter. And a hand off to Perry. Perry trying to break away. And not this time. Wrapped up. Lead away at number 55. Do you have a name for number 55 somewhere around here? I know we do. We should. We don't. Number 55 leading the way. Let's go with that. And it's going to be, the marker still reads second down. It should read third down at this point. And again, not sure what's going on with this marker guy. There he goes. Oh, nope, not changing it yet. He should change it. It is third down. And again, here I am holding up 3 fingers trying to let them know it's third down. What are you doing over there? Ref's now discussing. I guess they're discussing the marker? And then, well, they're leaving it at second down. But now it looks like there was actually a penalty. Now everybody's moving forward. There might have been a penalty against the Riptide. I'm not exactly sure what's going on right now. There's a lot going on. Kind of reminds me of that game out in East Providence last year. Out of the 4, there you go, first down. So it was a penalty on the Riptide. We had 7 consecutive penalties before we got it down. I believe it was the start of the fourth quarter last year when the Wildcats took on those Rhode Raptors out in East Providence. Again, the Rhode Raptors have left the NEFL for the ECFL here in summer of 2023. And at the time, I actually thought it was a big upset win for the Wildcats. Then I figured out later on, the Wildcats were in Double A. That's the more talented division than the Single A, which the Raptors were in. First down, Worcester. Ball at the 20. Bushy. Pump. Rolling out pressure. He's going to roll out to his right. Throws. Pass is caught. And now he's saying incomplete. O'Neal went out of bounds. They're saying he was out of bounds. So it's an incomplete pass. Bring up second down. So the Wildcats looking to come out of Rhode Island with another win. They did that last game. We talked about it already last year. Defeating the Rhode Island Raptors 14-0 in a game in East Providence. We are here today in Cranston, Rhode Island. The ball is 22nd down. Now we have an argument here on the sideline. I can't really zoom out. We're not zooming out for the fight, by the way, in case anybody's wondering. We're zooming out to get you the best possible angle, as we always do here on the New England Broadcast Network. Second down and 10 here, and Wildcats still in the huddle. We're here in the third quarter. The Rhode Island Riptide lead the Worcester Wildcats 14-12 here on the New England Football League on the New England Broadcast Network. I'm Stephen. We're broadcasting this game from Cranston Stadium, Cranston, Rhode Island, just outside of Providence. And now we're ready to go for this next play. Second down at 10. Ball is at the 20-yard line. And Bushy hands off to Gibbons Perry. Looked like a delay. Hand off to O'Neal. And Gibbons Perry gets a few yards. So Worcester looking to take the lead for the first time. They get a 5-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 5. Big third down here for both sides. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Once again, 15-yard line, 14-12. The Riptide lead the Worcester Wildcats. And I thought last year I saw an upset when the Wildcats last came to Rhode Island, but this year we know it'll be an upset if the Wildcats pull this one off because they're undefeated. Despite this being a crossover game. We saw a crossover game last week. No, we didn't. The Cobras and the Green Jackets are in the same division. Never mind. 3rd down and 5 for the Wildcats at the 25. Pushing hands out to Perry. Perry breaking away. And then he's finally brought down by a frenzy of Sharks led by, the other number 7, Anthony Durante, who had the pick 6 on the third play of the game. And it will be 4th down. Let's see what the Wildcats look to do here. They have Malone John Charles as their kicker, but it looks like he's only in there for kickoffs, not for actually kicking extra points. So the Wildcats offense, once again, will go for it here on 4th down. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. Just because my glasses are fogged up because I stepped outside at halftime to catch some air. Because there's no air in this booth. And I'm literally drenched in sweat right now. Well, here we go. Big 4th down for the Wildcat offense. Big 4th down for the Rhode Island defense. Who will prevail? Bushy. Pressure. Throw. And up top has O'Neal. And he drops it. Pass is dropped by O'Neal. That's the second time the Wildcat offense fails to convert a 4th down. And the Rhode Island defense comes away with a victory. They lead at 14-12 over the Worcester Wildcats. We'll be right back. You're watching the NFL right here on NDBN. We're about halfway through the third quarter here. The Rhode Island Riptide lead the Worcester Wildcats 14-12. You're watching the NFL on NDBN. I'm Stephen Hart broadcasting this game here from Cranston Stadium in Cranston, Rhode Island. As a first down handoff to Valentine goes nowhere. Maybe a loss of a yard, maybe. Once again, the game between the Middleborough Cobras and the Western Mass Blitzen Bears has been postponed for unknown reasons. But team owner of the Middleborough Cobras, Justin Pike, made that announcement on Facebook earlier today. Could assume that the game will be played on September 17th during the weekend of the North Atlantic Division postseason. And again, that could be played on September 16th because the Vermont Ravens play home games on Sundays, which is September 17th, so we'll see. Gonzalez on 2nd down. Rolling out to his left. He's going to run with it here. Luis Gonzalez flagged down. There he goes. 1st down and more. Still going. Finally brought down near the 35. And a big run there for Luis Gonzalez. Well, this one's coming back. Maybe a hold against Rhode Island. Or will it? See the referee standing about the 34-yard line with the football. Let's see the flags against. And it is against the Riptide. Yep. See Al Price, number 26, applauding. That's what players do here. Trying pro football, they applaud penalties against the other team. I'm not sure if you see that much in the NFL. I've really not paid much attention to seeing stuff like that in the NFL. Zoom in just a little bit. Get the best possible angle we can. We're here on the New England Broadcast Network. Really unfortunate that there's no air conditioner here in this broadcast booth. But we are also very fortunate we were not out in the rain broadcasting this game as the rain came down on us, thankfully. Again, no thunder, no lightning. If it comes a little later, come whatever may, I say. Bad joke, dad joke. If that is one. If not, well, there you go. 2nd down for the Riptide after the penalty. We're going to zoom out here a little bit. They got players coming out of camera here. There we go. Everybody spread out. You have a 4-receiver set here for the Riptide. Gonzalez throws it, and that pass is complete. Not exactly sure what was going on there, but that pass hit the ground miles before it got to the receiver. So it's going to be 3rd down for this Riptide offense. After the defense got the stop on 4th down. Looks like Worcester's defense doing their thing again. They forced the first punt of the game on the last Rhode Island drive. It's going to be a big 3rd down here for both sides once again. Very 3rd down here for the Rhode Island offense as they look to hold on to the ball, hold on to this lead, and Worcester, they want the ball back. And again, they look to pull off an upset here today in Cranston. Keep it close so far. It's only 14-12. And that's because the Wildcats missed both of their 2-point conversion attempts. And a fake. Gonzalez from his own end zone throws out. Pass caught by Pinkerton. And Jamal Pinkerton spin it away. Break of tackles down about the 23-yard line. That is obviously nowhere near enough for a 1st down. And so, the Worcester Wildcats defense does it again. Here come the punting team for the Riptide. We'll zoom out here as they punt this ball away. Another big win for this Worcester defense. Their 2nd consecutive drive in which they've stopped the Rhode Island offense. Now players leaving the sideline. Not sure what's going on here. You have substitutions. It's like basketball. You have substitutions here. What's going on? I'm not exactly sure. I notice this fourth down. The Worcester offense is going to come back out. Get this football. They're down by just 2. Fortunately, they don't have a kicker. They have to score a touchdown. A low snap here. Kick is away, though. There's John Charles getting in the way again. This one taken. This one's going to take. A roll-on bounce. We're going to follow it. What a bounce for the roll-on Riptide. And this one goes down to the 25-yard line. What a great kick for the roll-on kicking team. They get the Wildcats deep in their own territory. Wildcats trail 14-12. Look to take their first lead of the game. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on the New England Broadcast Network. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the third quarter. 14-12, the Rhode Riptide lead the Worcester Wildcats. Get ready for an action-packed fourth quarter. From here in Cranston, Rhode Island, we'll be right back right here on New England Broadcast Network. Start of the fourth quarter, everybody. The Rhode Island Riptide lead the Worcester Wildcats 14-12 here on Week 5 of the New England Football League 2023 season. From Cranston, Rhode Island. I'm Stephen, broadcasting this game for the New England Broadcast Network. First down, Bushy throws over the top. O'Neal has the catch. And he is knocked down by Durante at the 35-yard line. Nice play there by Durante, coming out of nowhere, really. So you had 2 guys there for the Riptide. Neither of them looked like they were going to make a tackle. And Durante just came in and knocked O'Neal down on the ground. So again, a nice play there for Anthony Durante, who had the pick 6 in the first quarter to give the Riptide a 7-0 lead early. Just 3 plays into the game. Now first, marker still says first down. As you might hear the police sirens. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here in Cranston, but you hear a lot of sirens. But now we get ready for this next play here. Ball is at the 35-yard line. Bushy hands off to Gibbs Perry. And Perry cutting up inside and getting 5 yards on that one. So we talk about the Middleborough Cobras game against West Massillon's Bears being postponed potentially to the weekend of September 16th, potentially to Labor Day weekend, which was the week I thought the Vermont Ravens and the Connecticut Reapers would play against one another. That game has been postponed to September 17th, the weekend of the AA postseason. Other games here in the NFL week number 5. The game of the week is actually in Schuylerville. I apologize for butchering the name. It's in upstate New York as the Green Jackets and the Warriors look to take first place with the win in the AA conference. Here we have second down, ball at the 39. Bushy fakes, pumps, throws to the sideline. O'Neal is there. It is knocked away. And a nice play there by Kaczynski. Jared Kaczynski with the breakup on that one is third down. And about 6 here for the Wildcats. Around 5, excuse me. Sun is shining once again here in Cranston. The heat is becoming unbearable at this point. Thankfully, we have beverages here in the broadcast booth. I bought a big old Snapple. Shout out to Walmart, by the way. Snapple used to be so expensive. And Arizona used to be the way to go, price-wise. Now things have changed. The Arizonas at Walmart, at least in Worcester, are $3.49. Snapples, $2.29. Third down for the Wildcats. Politis comes in motion. But she fakes. Throws. Pass. Caught. Oh, no. Michael Morrison dropped it. Just a little bit behind him, and he says, oh, my bad. That's on me. And so we'll be fourth down for the Wildcats. And for the third time today, they're going to go for it here on fourth down. They failed the first 2 times. It actually might be their 4th time. But we'll say I believe it's their 3rd time going for it here on fourth down. 0 for 2 thus far on fourth down. Down by 2 here in the 4th. Ball at their own 4th. Ball's at the 40-yard line now, actually. I might have said 35 a minute ago. Ball is at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. A huge 4th down for the Wildcats. We zoom out, get everybody on camera, and there we go. There's safeties and everybody. There we go. Much better. You got Valentine deep. You got Coucher deep here for the Riptide. I don't know what the Wildcats are planning. Zoom in now. It's 4th down. And, Wildcats are actually punting. That's why I didn't see anything. But there's an offside. Oh, it's a false start against Worcester. Looked like for a second, number 66, the kicker, Jumped off sides there on the defensive line. Yes, the kicker is on the defensive line for the Riptide. But they call an off false start against Worcester. So the punt by number 44. That is Selig, who we did not have not talked about much of all today. Because obviously Givens Perry is here for the Wildcats. We thought we were going to talk a lot more about Selig, but we're just not. Just the way it is. Here's zoom out here. So we get the punt formation. 14-12, the Riptide lead the Wildcats. High snap here for the punt. Nice punt. And taken by Valentine, and he is immediately wrapped up around the 24, maybe 25-yard line. We'll be right back. You're watching the NFL right here on NEBN. So for the first time today, we have 9 minutes and 45 seconds left in this game. We have a time, according to the referees. We're on a Riptide lead. The Worcester Wildcats 14-12. High snap here on first down. Gonzalez pumps, rolling out, going over the middle, has a man, and it is caught. And now dropped. Intended for number 21. That is Coucher again. But he just, the hit basically forced him to drop that one. So big missed opportunity there for the Riptide offense. Big win there for the Worcester defense. As we wind down time here, obviously, it's under 10 minutes now. We zoom in. Worcester defense need to get off the field to get their offense a chance. So once again, get down the field, score a touchdown, and potentially put this one away. For now, it's second down. I'm going to have to zoom out a little more. There we go. Be second down and 10. All about the 28. And a handoff to Pinkerton. Jamal Pinkerton goes absolutely nowhere. It's a pack of Wildcats. By number 70. Wraps him up. So another big third down for this Worcester defense. This is the third consecutive drive. We might see the Worcester defense force another Rhode Island punt. Seen 2 on the last 2 drives. Actually, we didn't see any in the first half. Right on the Riptide lead the Worcester Wildcats 14-12 here in the fourth quarter, week number 5 of the 2023 New England Football League season. I'm Stephen Herr, broadcasting this game here from Cranston Stadium in Cranston, Rhode Island. And we have a third down and long here for the Riptide. Gonzalez pressure coming from Fitz, chucking it down the sideline, has his man, it is caught. And a big play there. There it is. Number 16 with the grab. Get you a name. There's Thomas Coucher. So the Coucher brothers redeeming each other. We kind of saw this against the Connecticut Reapers. Joseph made a catch. Pitched it out to Thomas, who got just a few more yards. And that is a big first down for this Riptide offense, leading by just 2 here as the fourth quarter winds down. Ball is at the 47-yard line. First down, Rhode Island. We've opened up a few windows here, folks. The heat's become so unbearable, I feel like I actually might pass out. Just kidding. I will be fine. I have a drink. We are fine. Once we get out of here, we'll be even better. First down, Rhode Island. Pitch out to Pinkerton. Trying to fool the defender. Gets away. Gets to midfield. Kind of fooled the defender there for a second. And now Pinkerton looks like he got up a little aggressively. Thought, maybe I see a little scuffle there between him and somebody. But we see nothing. So the Riptide now looking to, obviously, run down this clock as they are continuing to do just that. The sky is absolutely clear now, so no chance of a thunderstorm at any point to delay the end of this fall game. And if there is, knock on wood, well, this would be the end of the game. And the Riptide would come out with a 14-12 victory. But not the case as of right now. Second down to midfield. Gonzalez pumps with the middle, and oh, wow. Everybody almost had a chance at that one. Then for number 14, get your name here. That was Walker, who had the one touchdown earlier in the game. And it looks like it was almost intercepted by number 3. For the Worcester Wildcats, looking to see if we have number 3 here on our roster. That is Michael Supiner Jr. again. Another big play for Supiner. Almost coming away with that one as well. Almost had a play like that earlier in the game as well. So another chance here. Not able to come away with anything. So once again, a big third down for this Worcester defense. The last 2 drives, they've been able to force a punt. They need to do it here again. They trail by 2 as time ticks down here in the fourth. We'll zoom out a little bit to the best angle possible. Gonzalez throws, short pass is caught. And there's Coucher, Joseph Coucher into Wildcat territory, and it's going to depend on the spot. And they're going to say it's fourth down. And a whistle. It's going to be fourth down. The ball is at the Wildcat 46-yard line. This is a huge fourth down for both sides. And the Riptide call timeout, so we'll take it with them. We'll be right back. You watch the New England Football League right here on the New England Broadcast Network. So here we go. This is the biggest play of the game. Fourth down. Gonzalez. Pressure flag. Looked like flag came out, and it is caught. And now oh, wow. What a sequence of events there. Pass was caught by Valentine. It popped up in the air. Was intercepted by number 32, and now a flag against the Wildcats. So the big first down here for the Riptide. The Wildcats might have just kicked themselves and cost themselves a victory here in Cranston. But we're about to find out what the Rhode Island's offense can do here in the final minutes. Let's match a little bit. So automatic first down for the Riptide on the penalty. Number 32, but Britton, there he is again. He had interception earlier in the game. He almost had his second and almost gave the Wildcats offense the ball back. And a chance to win here in Rhode Island. Knock off the lone undefeated team left in the league. The Glens Falls Green Jackets fell to 3-1 last week after the loss to the Middleborough Cobras 7-6 at Middleborough, Massachusetts. So it is an automatic first down for the Riptide. Big call suspended there for Worcester. Zoom in. Ball is now at the 42. Gonzalez. Pressure come from the side. Chucking it down the field. And it is tipped away. And two Wildcats run into one another. There's Britton again in coverage. Intended for Tim Walker. And also there, looks like a number 3. We don't have a name for. There's number 3. Sorry about the camera, folks, but there is a number 3 there. It was also in the vicinity. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we have a number 3. Oh, sorry, I apologize. Once again, Superner Jr. He has been great in coverage this game. And now you see Al Price talking to the referees. Not sure about what exactly. (14-12). Still your score. The Rhode Island Riptide lead the Worcester Wildcats. We'll zoom out here a little bit. Week number 5 of the 2023 New England Football League season here on the New England Broadcast Network. My name is Stephen Eyre, broadcasting this game from Cranston Stadium in Cranston, Rhode Island. We are just outside of Providence, Rhode Island. The ref blows the whistle. Sorry, I can't talk right now. We resume action. Ball now inside the 30 at the 26-yard line. So I'm not sure. It might have been a penalty against the Wildcats, another one. But it's first down, Rhode Island. Handoff here to Valentine. Valentine up the middle. Bring it out to the outside. Come back inside. And Jalen Valentine finally brought down by number 70, who's having himself quite the game here for the Worcester. Riptide doing a great job at this point, with those 2 penalties especially, they're doing a great job at running down this clock. They're giving the ball off to the running backs, Jamal Pinkerton and Jalen Valentine. Valentine got about a gain of 5 on that one, so it'll be second down and 5. Again, clear skies and pizza pies here in Cranston. No thunderstorms coming our way until at least after the game. So we're very glad that this game was not delayed in any way for any reason whatsoever. We did have a little rain in the beginning of the head of the half, but the rain's cleared. Or as the song goes, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Bad joke, dad joke. Second down for the Riptide. Gonzalez fakes, rolling out. He's going to run. Now he pumps, throws it to the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, Rhode Island. Tim Walker, his second of the game. And the Riptide have all but put this one away. What a grab there by Tim Walker right over the defender. His first touchdown was also over the defender. So he has some great hands here in this game. And he's extended the lead here. It is now 20-12. Riptide over the Worcester Wildcats. There's time running out here in the quarter. In the game, even. We're going to zoom in now. We have the extra point cup coming. 20-12 and a whistle. 2-minute warning. So it's looking very similar to what we saw 2 weeks ago against the Reapers. What's the Riptide led 20-12. This to make it 21-12. Kick is good. 21-12. Riptide are on their way to 5-0 here at the 2-minute warning. We'll be right back. You're watching the NFL right here on NEBN. We are under 2 minutes left here in Cranston, Rhode Island as the Rhode and Riptide lead the Worcester Wildcats 21-12 here in the New England Football League, week number 5 here on the New England Broadcast Network. I'm Steven, our broadcast this game from Cranston, Rhode Island. As Gibbons Perry takes the kickoff, still going past the 40, about to 41. Now we're going to zoom back in. There was a little frustration after that extra point, but of course these are two Class Act organizations, and there was no scuffle. Everybody went to their separate sidelines, despite the frustration from the Wildcats side. As obviously they were unable to be the first team to knock off the Riptide here today, as the Riptide are going to head to next week's game at 5-0. They are undefeated halfway through the 2023 NFL season, and they continue to dominate the single-A conference over the Connecticut Reapers, Vermont Ravens, and the New England Bombers. Excuse me. So, if that is the case, if things don't change much, we will be here. No, we will be here on August 12th as the Riptide face off against the Mass Warriors. We'll also be here for the Maritime Conference. We'll be at the AA Championship the weekend of September 23rd. We will be here for if nothing changes again in the Maritime Conference and the Riptide win their semi-final playoff game, we will be here in Cranston, Rhode Island on September 30th to close out the season with the 2023 New England Football League Maritime Conference Championship game. But stay tuned to the New England Broadcast Network, as we will be here for the rest of the season into the postseason, broadcasting games for this wonderful league. Next week, though, we will be in Worcester. Not going far at all. Headed down Chandler Street as the Worcester Wildcats take on the Vermont Ravens, who are still searching. As of right now, they play tomorrow against the New England Bombers, still searching for win number 1. Fell 31-0 week 1 against the Glens Falls Green Jackets. Their game against the Connecticut Reapers was postponed. And obviously last week, they lost 20-0 to the same Riptide. First down, Worcester. Bushy. Stepping up. Steps up again. Throws. Wide open. Caught. O'Neal breaking away. And there goes O'Neal. Down the sideline. Finally out of bounds about the 31-yard line. So here's Worcester once again driving. Might be a little too late for the Wildcats, but they're driving. They're looking to show the Riptide that they're down, but they're not out. That's for sure. Again, we are under 2 minutes here in Cranston. Rhode and Riptide lead the Jersey Bearcats. Pardon me, folks. Got things going on in my head. I don't even know what I'm saying. They lead the Worcester Wildcats 21-12. Last time we were here, we had a final score of 28-12. After the 2-minute warning, quarterback Rain Francis for the Reapers fumbled the football, and the Riptide kicker, number 66, returned it for a touchdown. At that time, it was 2 consecutive weeks we saw kickers play defense and score on turnovers. First down, Worcester again. Bushy pumps. Going over the middle. It is caught. And nice grab there. Michael Baxter with the grab on this one. And Bushy calling for a no huddle. And now a whistle. Timeout, Worcester. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back. You're watching the NFL right here on NEBN. The Rhode Island Riptide are headed to 5-0 as they lead the Worcester Wildcats 21-12. That extra point is very key for the Riptide. So it could be an 8-point game right now with Worcester driving here at the end of the game. There's Bushy, pressure coming, pumps, throws. Oh! That should have been a pick for number 50. Let's get the name because I closed my notebook. That was a gimme for number 50 for the Riptide. I can't believe he dropped it. I really cannot. And there's Kyle Barnes, who was the friend of the guy who was running the clock or attempting to run the clock last week up here in the booth with us. He was the reason he got the job because of Kyle Barnes, who just dropped a gimme interception. Again, next week, we will be in Worcester, Massachusetts, as the Worcester Wildcats take on the Vermont Ravens, who, as of the recording of this broadcast, are still searching for win number 1. They might get it tomorrow against the New England Bombers. Second down. Bushy chucks it end zone. A pass is knocked away. Another great defensive effort there by number 2. And let's see if we have a number 2 on our roster. Still searching. And there it is again. Xavier. I love the way the man spells his name. Xavier Vasquez knocking that one away. So we'll bring up third down. Here in the end of the game, the Riptide will be 5-0 after this one. Just looking to stop the Wildcats here for a few more seconds at this point. We're very grateful. We must once again thank Mother Nature for not bringing the thunderstorm down on our parade. Bad joke, dad joke. It'll be third down here for the Wildcats. They're going to fall to 2-3 on the year after this loss. Third loss in the last 4 games for Worcester. Bushy rolling out to his right. Still on pressure, throws, pass call by Givens. Perry to the 10 and out of bounds about the 6-yard line. And now we're going to zoom in a little more because we're going to have everybody coming together over on the, I believe on the right sideline. They're going to come over there, put the ball around there. It's going to be 4th and goal here. Or 4th and something here for the Wildcats. One last chance. This might be the last play of the game, even, ladies and gentlemen. Quarters usually run about 20 minutes here in the NFL. They have broadcast time anyway. They have now run for 21 minutes and 12 seconds. That'll be a whistle. All right. So I'm not sure, but I might just have seen Yanni Politis. Oh, never mind. Look like Yanni Politis was coming into the huddle like he was the quarterback. I was like, wait a minute, that's not right. Just a little bit. And whistle. Timeout, Rhode Island. All right. One last timeout. We'll be right back. You're watching the NFL right here on NEBN. You hear the crowd cheering for that Rhode Island defense to make a stop here on what could be the last play of the game. It's 4th down. The Rhode Island Riptide lead the Worcester Wildcats 21-12. And a handoff to Givens Perry. Perry cutting outside. Givens Perry into the end zone. Touchdown, Worcester. So Givens Perry making it a 21-18 game here in the end. And if we have time here, I'm not exactly sure again. We were at the 2-minute warning quite a while ago. Now the Worcester are obviously going here for the 2. They've yet to try to kick an extra point. They don't have an extra point kicker. They have a kickoff kicker and one of their D linemen, Malone John Charles, who was here with the team last year. But no extra point kicker. So they're going for 2. They're looking to make this a 1-point game. And if there's time, they have a chance for an onside kick. Well, let's see. The refs are controlling the clock for us. Appreciate them for doing that. Bushy fakes, throws to the end zone. It is caught. And the 2-point conversion for the first time today is good. This one to Michael Baxter. And just like that, it is 21-20. Hold everything. Not over yet, like I thought it might be. So obviously, Worcester is going to go for the onside kick here. There's very little time left. But as Jim Carrey said, and I don't know what the movie was, but he said, so you're saying there's a chance? Yes, I am, ladies and gentlemen. There is a chance. The Wildcats can get the ball back and do something here. Maybe get one playoff. Chuck it to the end zone. Let's see. They have to recover the onside kick. Now, last year, we mentioned this earlier. We were at the game against the West Mass Blitzen Bears. Blitzen Bears led 22-0 at halftime. Wildcats came back for 14 consecutive, making it an 8-point game. They recovered an onside kick after the Blitzen Bears fumbled it. They scored the touchdown, And they tied the game at 22 to force overtime. So you've seen the Wildcats in some pretty crazy comebacks. There's no kicking teams yet there for the Wildcats. Where's the kicking team? See, right there, right there. Here they come. Here comes the kicking team. The onside kicking team, anyway, for the Wildcats. This is a big onside kick for both sides. If the Riptide recover this game is over. The Wildcats recover. We have an exciting finish coming once again. Saw one last week in Middleborough, although the Green Jackets punted. I still question that. They punted with 2:33 remaining, down by 1. And they let Middleborough run out the clock and win the game. So now we have a big onside kick coming here from Worcester. Down 20-19. (21-19), excuse me. We got about that extra point. I was going to say, hold on a minute. They just made it 2. This game's not tied, though. It's a 21-20 game here in Cranston, Rhode Island. John Charles getting ready for the onside. Okay, we saw Worcester recover one last year. See if they can do it here again. Onside, there it goes, and that was a bad kick. Taken easily by the Riptide. And so we have a few seconds left. Now I believe the Riptide are going to walk away with this one, unless we see one of those Miracle to Meadowlands. So I doubt we'll see here. But you never know. That's why you play the game. 21-19. 21-20, excuse me. I got the score all over the place. Rhode and Riptide lead the Worcester Wildcats 21-20. Here with just a few seconds left here in this game. All Worcester had to do was kick it onside, and John Charles kicked it right to one of the Riptide players there. So we're going to zoom in. Best camera angle possible. Ball is at, I don't know where the ball is placed. 49-yard line. Let's see if Gonzalez just takes knees here. He might just take one knee and then that'll be the end of it. Again, we are in Worcester next week. The Wildcats take on the Ravens. And Gonzalez backs up. He's got to run, and then he takes it. There's his knee. And we hear effing suplex the B. That's awesome. You gotta love fans. They are very funny. As the clock continues to, I assume it continues to run here. Nobody has called timeout yet. Either team, especially Worcester. You would think down by 1. A few seconds left. Worcester wastes all their timeouts and attempt to even get the ball back. And this game dragging on a whole long time. Now a flag comes out. Not sure what the flag is for. Hold on a second. Something's going on here. We have no idea what. Now they place the ball back at the 40. So it looks like it was a 10-yard penalty somewhere against the Riptide. There must have been some type of unnecessary roughness, unsportsmanlike conduct, or something along those lines. Nonetheless, the ball goes back to the 40-yard line. Number 77 is arguing with the ref, like, what do you mean? Why was there a flag? I don't know either. The clock now running. As you see the ref wave his arm in a circular motion. That's what that means. I assume that Gonzalez will take another knee. So we continue to wait for the end of this game. Rhode and Riptide lead the Worcester Wildcats 21-20. Gonzalez pitches out to Valentine. Looked like for a second he was going to throw it. And Valentine goes out of bounds. That's going to stop the clock. Right out by number 14. To a name here if we have one for number 14 for the Wildcats. We do not have a for this video. Marcus Rodriguez, who I believe was also another player who played for the Wildcats in 2022. Zoom out just a little bit. So you wait for the end of this game. It's dragging on a lot there, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why. But nonetheless, we're here till the end, just like we are for every week. We'll be there next week in Worcester as the Wildcats take on the currently winless Ravens. Game of the week next week will be in Wayland, Massachusetts as the Warriors take on the Cobras, who will have a unscheduled bye week this week due to the game between the Cobras and Western Mass Blitz and Bears being postponed. Again, stay tuned for updates as they become available. It's going to be third down here for the Riptide. Is there a chance we see another punt by the Riptide? How much time is left? I'm questioning so much right now. Most of us would have ended this game by now. Not these ones. Big third down here for the Riptide. And Gonzalez fakes. He's going to run. Chased down by John Charles. Now he's going to throw it down the sideline. And pass is caught. What a grab. Hauled in by Coucher. Another amazing grab. And now there's a scuffle on the sideline. Pinkerton going against looks like number 32 for the Wildcats. And another shove, and now we have a scuffle here at the end of the game. A scuffle on the Wildcats sideline. It started with Jamal Pinkerton and number 32. Looked like Alan Britton. Once again. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the world of semi-pro football. See a lot of fights. You see Pinkerton coming out down here to the sideline, taking his helmet off. Crowd on their feet. Kaczynski cheering him on. And I don't know why the refs have yet called this game. After that play, what else is there left to do, honestly, besides run the clock to 0? As they'll place the ball at the 26-yard line. We're going to zoom in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're still going here in the fourth quarter. Rhode and Riptide are in the huddle. They're ready to go for the next play. They lead the Worcester Wildcats 21-19, and that was a huge play there. Gonzalez finding one of his favorite guys, number 21, Joseph Coucher. We talk about him so often. We'll be talking about him even more often as we'll see these Riptide a few more times this season. August 12th, we'll be here against the Warriors. And then potentially the Maritime Conference Championship game. Well, we'll also see them in Middleborough. There we go again. Middleborough, Massachusetts. August 26th when they take on Middleborough Cobras. At least that's the plan for now. We'll see if the Riptide remain undefeated. Time will tell. And now still more discussions as O'Neal looks like he was told to go on the sideline now. Now the refs talking to head coach Dennis Faulkner. Brayton comes back into the game. And now we're going to have the ball coming all the way back for some reason. What is going on right now? Oh, my goodness. It was a huge play from Gonzalez to Coucher. But they're bringing it back. Even the crowd, you might hear it through the open window, the crowd is upset as well. They're under wonder why they're giving it back. I might be calling Pinkerton for the unsportsmanlike, because he was the one that initiated the scuffle. But it is third down. The marker reads third down once again.
It's a dead ball. It's after the play.
So controversy here in Cranston. I don't know what's going on. Still don't know how much time is left either, by the way. Still looking to find that out. And now the Riptide are backing up even more. I guess they're backing up for the huddle, I guess. That's what it looks like anyway. They don't look like they're being penalized again. They just brought the ball back to where it was initially after that play. That would have ultimately ended the game, but still here we're still waiting for this one to end. We'll take our break for commercial purposes. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on the New England Broadcast Network. This has been a long, long quarter, ladies and gentlemen, but the crowd is still here. They're still cheering. It's a big third down here for the Riptide. They look to close this one out. They lead 21-19 over the Worcester Wildcats. Gonzalez, high snap. Pressure coming. Chucks it down the field. Again, it is caught. And once again, it's Coucher. On back-to-back plays. Joseph Coucher coming up with a big play. And another big first down for the Riptide. And once again, that should ultimately end the game. But we're still continuing here at the end of the game. Ball now at the 29-yard line. And we're still waiting for the game to end at this point. It was like half an hour ago. We were at the 2-minute warning. It's been a very long 2 minutes here in Cranston. So first down once again for the Riptide, and more scuffling going on here between these two teams. As Shaquille Agbanyo throwing punches. Fans asking the refs to end the game. And I think they just did. As Kaczynski's cheering the crowd on. Faulkner telling his guys, back up. Riptide players entering the field now. All right, that's going to be the end of the game. Finally, it is over. The Rhode and Riptide improved to 5-0 with a 21-19 victory over the Worcester Wildcats. For the Rhode and Riptide, for the Worcester Wildcats, for the New England Football League, the New England Broadcast Network, I'm Stephen Herr. Thank you all for joining us here this week. We will see you next week in Worcester, Massachusetts. For now, good night from Cranston, Rhode Island.